Good morning, my awesome friends, my awesome followers, and my most impeccable members of the channel. Thank you all very much for joining me this morning on my daily rant. If you didn't know, I have just less than 10 seconds ago finished live on LBC with Nick Ferrari, where I was asked about the Prime Minister's speech yesterday and where he wanted to go with veterans. So I've just given my point of view on that. Unfortunately, it didn't go on as long as I wanted because I was going to promote Help for Homeless Veterans, which is a great charity based in the UK, where my friend Amber is a ambassador, and they've helped house over 1,000 veterans. And yeah, I was going to give them a shout out. Unfortunately, it got cut off, but these things happen. I'm glad I got my point across. So thanks to LBC for having me on. But it's Wednesday, isn't it? It's Wednesday the 25th. I'm still getting used to the hearing aids, if I'm honest. I'm still getting used to that. So I'm still trying to tone my voice down, so bear with me. And it's handover takeover day in the Colt household. So Sebastian's mum came across this morning and dropped off his PlayStation and his bits and pieces, and he's off to school. And he will return to my household when he's finished. Wonderful. Yeah. Wow. I've got lots of things lined up. I mean, I have to say thank you to these guys. Imagine getting a hearing aid given to you, which is amazing in a way. These cost people a lot of money. I did speak to the lady involved with the company yesterday, and she is going to give me a discount code that I can post on my page to you people. I know many of you use these. This one is, you can either put them on both ears and tune them down, or if you have a phone and you're into technology, you can use an app to tune them down or tune them up so that works for you. And this one here, I believe, is $359, which works out at £280. Now, if you look at hearing aids through the NHS, or you look at hearing aids in the UK, I can tell you now that they cost £500 plus. So for hearing aids at less, well, 250 quid, you can't go wrong. So a massive thank you. Right, so what's happening? Yeah, so Keir Starmer came off with all this nonsense on stage, and I just said this morning, it's just sound bites. You know, government after government after government after government after government have failed to help veterans. I don't think veterans are worthwhile investment as far as the government politicians are concerned. They don't see it. I mentioned this morning that landlords up and down the country get government incentives to take on asylum seekers and refugees, but they don't get any government incentives to take on veterans, and that's the reason why you'll not solve veterans homelessness. The minute landlords and hotels and B&Bs get incentives to take on those that serve their country, you will see homelessness get fixed. It's quite simple. It is quite simple. Right, what have I got here? Listen, yesterday I had quite a few notes, people saying about, you promised not to speak about Harry and Meghan. Yeah, I did. I promised not to go back, and that's a fact. But today, in today's media, there is currently, in one of the spreadsheets I looked at, had six articles about the Timu prince, you know, and I was like, really? So sometimes it's difficult to sort of, whenever you're looking for headline stories to give to you, and journalists are just throwing stories out about, you know, this one's wife and the Timu prince, it's hard to overlook, okay? But yeah, but there was a story out today which threw me, and it threw me because we are all fully aware that last week, Siobhan Gorn Eriksson's funeral, he died of cancer. David Beckham attended the funeral. It was world renowned. Lots of football stars he'd worked with had attended the funeral. But then today, the Mail have a story out, and I'll read it to you. Siobhan Gorn Eriksson's ready? Siobhan Gorn Eriksson thinks that someone that worked with him, one of his England colleagues, is a piece of shit. His words. It's not his words though, is it? The poor guy passed away, and now there's a story coming out saying Siobhan Gorn Eriksson thinks that one of his England colleagues is a piece of shit. I mean, why would you try and damage someone's reputation that aren't here? I'm getting to see a lot of this, and whether you like it or not, I'm getting to see it. People are spineless. People are spineless. People won't come out and say things, right? They wait until people's dead, and then they come, yeah, he touched me, he said this about me, but there's no defence, is there? The poor guy's passed away, or this guy's dead. They're in the grave, and now you're attacking them. These are people that shouldn't have friends. Spineless people that attack others when they've passed away are not the type of people you want in your circle. They're not, because they don't have your back. They will never have your back. You want people that speak out and stand in front of you. You want people that say your name in an empty room. People that say, yes, this guy's a good guy, or this woman's a good woman. There's too many spineless people out there. Yeah, most of them are on social media. Most of them are on Twitter, actually. The worst people in society are on Twitter. There is good people on there, I'm just saying. That's where people hide. What a shit society we have in. Not me. Not me. I can tell you now, my circle is awesome. I've got some wonderful people in my circle. And we look out for each other. There we go. Yeah. I wrote down there the TV Prince. Yeah, 6 stories about him today, yep. Yeah. And Iran have stepped up. Iran have actually made a statement saying they don't think that Hezbollah, which is what we would call Hamas, which is a terrorist organization, Iran have said that Hezbollah shouldn't be standing alone in this fight against Israel and the West, which is quite a scary sort of statement to make. Does that mean that Iran are now going to back Hezbollah, Hamas? Because if they do, then the Middle East is going to be just chaos. Chaos. The Royal Navy, I believe, it's alleged that they are currently trying to evacuate thousands of British citizens that are currently living in Lebanon. It's a strange place to live if you're a British citizen, in my opinion. It's a strange place to live. Which begs the question, if Sir Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, is saying he's going to prioritise veterans, who does he prioritise first? Does he prioritise everyone from Lebanon and Beirut and Israel and Ukraine and, and Afghanistan and all these thousands of families? What is the prioritisation list in the UK? Because I remember whenever I left the military, they had me as priority 1. But what they don't tell you is there's about 7 or 8 priority 1s. Priority 1 alpha, single female with a newborn baby, will go above someone that's injured and served their country, whether you like it or not. It's a fact. Quite sad the way things are going today. I had this down earlier on because whenever I was doing my little bit this morning on LBC, I take notes. I make sure that I have the right notes. I make sure that I understand what I'm talking about. You have to. That's one of the secrets about doing live interviews. When you know you're doing a live interview, take time, sit down, write today's date at the top of the page, which I always do. Write today's date at the top of the page, when you're on, and what you need to know. And then you have to figure out, why are they asking you? I mean, this morning they had me on, they were going, we're going to tell people that you're Sergeant Trevor. I says, I'm not a sergeant, I'm a civilian, I'm a mister. Okay, and you're do stuff with the army. I says, no, I did stuff with just veterans, military veterans. I'm not involved in this and I'm not involved in that. You're a patron of this charity? Nope, not anymore. Stood down. Okay, are you an ambassador? No, not anymore. Stood down. I don't mind giving out advice to people who ask for it, but I now do not go out of my way to end up with anxiety and stress over something that doesn't involve me. So that's how you move forward in life. I can't even shout now, because if I shout, I'm going to deafen myself. Isn't that weird? If I shout, I can hear it twice. So now I've got to tone my voice down to meet my ear. But it's nice. It's nice to be, because whenever you don't shout, your voice is relaxed. Whenever your voice is relaxed, you're calm. Lovely. Yeah. I went over yesterday to visit Charlie. I was going to give him a bag of Soldier on Coffee, World War II blend, but he wasn't in. So I ended up just bringing his bin back in after the bin man had been and just left it. Well, I brought the coffee back, clearly. Yeah. Well, listen, people. Thanks for sticking with my channel. Thanks for leaving reviews on Amazon. I do appreciate it. Believe it or not, the Ellie here, lady, has been speaking to me, and she's over the moon at the feedback and some of the things that you've been writing in the comments on my video about that. And she was surprised. She went, "How did you manage to get your video up so quickly after it came?" I said, "Because I don't hang around. If someone gives me something to do, I get it done ASAP. Don't hang around. There's no excuses." Anyway, listen, everyone, thank you for your support. It means a lot. Have a wonderful day, every one of you. And remember, stay safe. Take care.